What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up?
What is going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mack along with Bluminati with another episode of The Blurred AF. And today we're going to be speaking non-spoiler review on Captain America it's not New World Order. Brave New World. Brave New World. I'm flying on a carpet with wings. That's what we're going to talk about today. So if you have not seen this movie,
get on the.
You don't care about the spoilers, just stick around. But if you have not seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, get your ass out. I'm just letting you know now. I know Roberta might slide in here, but I'm telling y'all, get now. Now I ain't playing with you. Get up out of here now. Now I ain't playing with you. Get on away from here. You're not invited to my party. So, oh man, Blue, what's been going on, man? How you feeling,
man? I'm cooling, man. I'm chilling, enjoying this President's Day. You know what I mean? So
y'all got the day off today.
Oh yeah.
Y'all most definitely got the day off. I'm off on Mondays anyway, but of course we don't get no holiday pay on today. So that's one of the holidays we don't get, which I wish, because we are on federal property, that we got every holiday pay, but nope. Nope. Get your ass to work and you ain't getting nothing extra.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hope. Hey, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to even be working. You know, you see what's going on.
Yeah, for real talk. Especially with everything that's kind of going on.
Yeah.
You ain't lying about that one. You ain't lying about that one. Everybody that's up in here, let me shout out everybody who's up in here right now. Be positive. You said, well, why can't we all just get along? Okay. All right, Rodney. Is somebody beating you right now?
What is going on?
Did somebody get chiefed? You know what I mean? Like my team in the Super Bowl. Did you get chiefed?
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Wavy Don Juan, what's up? What's up with it?
What
was the post credit scene? We're gonna talk about that post credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about it. But we do have to talk about this movie, though. We gotta talk about this movie. Be positive. How does Tony Stark survive being stabbed by Thanos and all the big hits and falls in his Iron Man suit without the super soul? He got something in that. He got some Novocaine or something. I don't know. Some cocaine,
a little bit
man.
Easier,
hey, look.
A little bit easier to explain him, though.
Right. Oh, check this out. If you ever knew the actual story of how scientists used to use cocaine in the 1800s, you would crack up. You would crack up. So I'm just saying. What up, Mo? What's good? Nova Dragon.
Mo, King Mo in the building.
King Mo. Black Pantro's up in here. What's up? What's up? Is it a whole new world? Oh man. So we're gonna get right into it. Brave New World. You went to go, you obviously you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you first, before we get into the synopsis and the good, the bad, and the terrible. You know what I mean? What did you actually, let's be real. What did you actually think about this movie? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What is your whole key on this movie?
It wasn't bad and it wasn't good. It's like somewhere
you had the same thing. It wasn't the greatest movie. It wasn't a horrible movie, but it wasn't the greatest movie.
But it wasn't. This it ain't a turning point. I tell you that. It's not this ain't, oh yeah, Marvel's back. It ain't that.
Because somebody asked me that. Somebody was like, "Is Marvel back?" I was like, maybe I'm like, I like the movie, but there's a lot of redundancy. to Captain America Brave New World that's already been done in Marvel.
Yeah.
So rather we're talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which actually is rehashed in this movie, which now makes me believe they should have did a Falcon and the Winter Soldier movie. And I think that would have sold more than Captain America Brave New World. Because if you would have did this as a movie, if you would have did Captain America in the Winter Soldier or Falcon and the Winter Soldier as a movie, and then have Captain America Brave New World to lead into that with a totally different, because that I like I said, it's still writing. Not the actual, it's the storyboard. It's the story. The story is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's Winter Soldier, the movie, Incredible Hulk, and Civil War all wrapped into one. To me.
Yeah. It was more so for me, I just view this as like a sequel to Incredible Hulk with Captain America in it, or with Sam in it. Let me say that.
Yeah.
That's more so what it was to me. Matter of fact, with the plot that they gave, I would have rather this could have easily just been a Bruce Banner movie.
It could have been. No. Let's answer that. No. Why would you even ask that?
You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because with the things that Sam was doing, you could have easily had Bruce do a lot of those things. You know what I'm saying? And when needed to become the Hulk, or if he was the smart Hulk at certain time, you know what I'm saying? This could have easily been a Hulk movie. Easily. And that's that. And to me, that's what makes it. That's a bad part about it, is I can easily take Cap out of this movie and insert X superhero, and nothing would have changed. Maybe a couple lines, but nothing would have changed.
Right. Absolutely. I completely agree with you. Just to give everybody a synopsis of this movie, and this is a brief synopsis. Captain America is now Sam Wilson. Of course, if you ever seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you would know that. For those who did not see Falcon and the Winter Soldier, was wondering why Sam Wilson was running around with a Captain America outfit, well, there you go. You should have watched the show. And that sucks. You know what I mean? That sucks because that's why that Falcon and the Winter Soldier should have been a movie. It should have been a movie. And the way that show went, it would have been a really good movie. You know what I mean? I probably would have got pissed off at the end of it with all that speech talk, but you know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to hear that. But anyway, he is now the new Captain America. Captain America is now trying to locate a MacGuffin in the movie. We found out the MacGuffin is adamantium, which they get from Tiamat Island. Tiamat Island is that big celestial. Well, it's Celestial Island. For one, how did they get that name Celestial? I don't know. None of the Eternals is there to tell you what a Celestial is. You know what I mean?
Thing I was thinking.
Yeah, they call it Celestial Island, even though we forgot completely about this whole movie that's called the Eternals. Didn't think about that one, but yeah, it's Celestial Island. They go and retrieve the MacGuffin, but there's shenanigans that ensue. You know, we find out there's a shadowy figure in the background that's puppeting all of this stuff to make General Ross go bad, and Captain America and the new Falcon Joaquin Torres has to figure out what's going on and stop the threat. That is legitimately the movie.
Yep.
Again, this is the reason why that is not from a Marvel MCU standpoint why it's not good, because I think it's a good movie all the way until we get to Red Hulk. And the reason why I say is I think it's a good movie all the way until we get to the Red Hulk, because the Red Hulk is spoiler warning, Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is the Red Hulk. Because you see it in the trailers.
If you didn't know, now you know.
If you did not know, to me, what makes it bad is that they ruined the third act of the movie because we seen it in the trailer.
We saw the whole thing.
If all the way until you get to the dog fight because you got the Japanese saying no, we're not gonna sign this treaty for the Celestial Island. We're not gonna be a part of it. You're just doing this on your own. Yada yada yada. You get to that dog fight. It's good. That dog fight is good with Captain America and Falcon. Fighting against both sets. the Japanese and the American fighter pilots. You know what I mean? Because the fighter pilots, go rogue because they get hit with some magical music, and now all of a sudden
I got issues with that too.
It's because it's already been done. Already been done.
I got issues with how he was getting the programming done. We saw it with the phone, and during the presidential speech. But everybody else, how did the leader get to everybody else?
For one, let's start. We're gonna get to the leader. Let's start with, because I want to ask you, let's start with Captain America, Sam Wilson. How did you think, what was your take on Sam Wilson as Captain America in this movie? Especially you being a military man. Because I wanted to get that from you as a military man. What did you think about Sam Wilson as Captain America?
I really didn't have no feeling, because they didn't give me the sense that they should have gave me with him being, you know what I'm saying? I just did a video on this earlier. They didn't go far enough with being a black patriot, being patriotic, you know what I'm saying? Being black in America, wanting to wear the red, white, and blue stripes and things. They didn't go far enough. They tiptoed around it in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Then they just gave us Sam as Cap, and he was high-fiving and hey Cap. No, that's not how it would. You know what I'm saying? That ain't, for one thing, if Captain America being this propaganda tool that was brought up in the 1940s during World War II, fast forward to the 2000s, and then being propped back up as a propaganda again, still representing what he originally represented. Now a black man steps in. I wish they would have gave us a fake Ku Klux Klan moment, or fake, Proud Boys, or something. Just, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, to where you get the two dynamics. And
what
not
they did
with
in the comics.
Right. But not with Isaiah. They tried to, Isaiah Bradley was the one who was the exposition behind it. But
in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was 15 seconds.
But
and that's because he was talking to Joaquin Torres.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I don't want it from him, because it ain't about Isaiah Bradley. It's about Sam being Captain America right here, right now, today. You see what I'm saying? I want to see that struggle.
And to me, they also believe that you've already seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so you already know this story. So when Joaquin finally meets Isaiah Bradley, you already know that he was the first black Captain America after Steve Rogers went into the water.
Yeah, but who, if you like you just said, who's gonna know that if you didn't watch that movie?
Yeah,
he's just a big black man who, he had super soldiers in him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like surprising, and just taking it off face value, it don't make sense. Like, where does this guy come from? How does he fit into this story? You didn't give me enough of him. He just goes. So now when they see him hold the gun up and shoot at the president, they don't, is he a bad guy? Is this what he does? Is he a terrorist? Is he one of them Black Panther guys?
Or is he a part of Bucky's super soldier program?
That too. And I think that goes back.
If you've never seen the actual shows on Disney Plus.
Right. And that goes back to what you just said about, we saw this already. We've seen this with Bucky, the programming, the special words, and say these things, and it'll make you do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me,
go get to him too.
To me, the leader is smart, but they made, you know what I'm saying? The way that they used them, I think they used him poorly, or they used his brain poorly.
Okay. To stick with Sam, Anthony Mackie, for one, let me just say this real talk. Anthony Mackie's performance was really good for what he was working with. He didn't suck. Yes, did they do something that I wish they would have did in the promotions by making him get beat up, and then you kind of get to that scene? They didn't have to include that. You know what I mean? You already ruined the third act of the movie by having Red Hulk show up in all the promotion. Because even my son was like, hey, I want to go see he was like, "Can we go see Captain America: Brave New World?" He's 10. I was like, he was like, "I can't wait to see Red Hulk." I was like, "But what about Captain?"
Ain't nobody want to see
I guess exactly. You've already sold Red Hulk, and it's a shame because Anthony Mackie takes the background in his own movie, because all of that movie, the plots of that movie is a continuation of the Incredible Hulk from 2008, like you said earlier. It was 17 years ago. Nobody cares about. Honestly, nobody cared about the leader or any. We would have wanted Samuel Stearns a hell of a lot earlier. Yes.
Yeah.
To wait 17 years to tell this story, and number one, he doesn't have the same personality that he had in Incredible Hulk.
No.
Number two, he was a mustache twirling villain. You know what I mean? Number three, he wasn't like he was puppeting Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, or they was working in conjunction to a point where I believed it. He was a slave, and a slave went rogue. Like,
and another thing is, how did Ross even find out about it?
Well, at the end of the Incredible Hulk, remember they still had people going in. That was his Black Ops unit that went in to take down
the Hulk.
In that whole area.
Yeah.
In that whole area. Remember, they knew who Mr. Blue was. They just didn't know where he was at. Because there was the constant communication between Mr. Green and Mr.
Right.
Blue.
But I'm just saying, like, I didn't see them go and get him. I remember.
Well, we didn't see any of it because that faded to black. So
that's what I'm talking about. Like, what made all of that happen?
Yeah, that part we'll get to, because we'll get to the leader. But when you get to Captain America, though, like, for what he's given, Anthony Mackie does a hell of a job. It's just a shame because you have a Captain America villain in Sidewinder, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get what, 7 minutes of screen time, total screen time with a Captain America villain, but we spent a whole movie with a Hulk villain. Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is the main. I kept saying this. Is the main antagonist of the Incredible Hulk. He's the main character of the movie, and the leader is a Incredible Hulk villain. Why is Captain America in this movie? You spend time in the scenes with him and Giancarlo Esposito is good. It's just short. And I'm like, you got Giancarlo Esposito in this movie to play Sidewinder, a Captain America villain for the Serpent Society, and you do absolutely nothing with him, but he is literally a mini boss. He's a mini boss in this video game. He gives exposition, and then now he has to go and try to defuse the ultimate threat.
Right.
That is a waste of Giancarlo Esposito, for one. It's a waste. And you could have had a whole movie with Captain America versus the Serpent Society, which I believe that was the name of Captain America Civil War. It was the code name of Captain America Civil War from 2016 before they changed it to Civil War. It was Captain America Serpent Society. Yep. That was the pre-name before it became Civil War. So my biggest thing is that you have Captain America. He's fixing everybody's problems instead of calling Bruce on the line. You know what I mean? Bruce was in a cameo. Think about it like this, y'all. Bruce Banner was in a cameo for Shang-Chi, but not in a Captain America movie where we're talking about his main antagonist. Does that make it easy? So I felt so bad. I honestly felt so bad for Anthony Mackie's Captain America. He was right though. And he said, I should have took the damn sir, but Bucky tripping. I'm over here fighting the goddamn. Why am I the guy with wings? Fight. He should have said, "Why am I the guy with wings and no superpowers?" I got a vibranium suit, but man, there's only so much that I can take.
Right.
Why am I fighting the Hulk? You know what I mean? So, I like I said, I believe Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson was a little bit more personable in this. There's the scene with him and Joaquin Torres, that the hospital scene where he was like, man, I really looked up to you, but he sold the scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The actor who plays Joaquin Torres sold the scene. And I'm like, damn, there is Falcon fans. You could have made a Falcon movie.
That's what's crazy. When he said that, I was like, oh, so y'all telling me this dude looked up to the Falcon, but y'all want to make him Captain America?
Exactly. You know what I mean?
When I was in Miami, man, and I saw everybody else, but I wanted to be you because I'm like, damn, that's what you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that make sense for everybody else who looked up to the Falcon? Hey, I don't have superpowers, but I can get a harness with some wings on it, and I can kick ass with the best of them.
Absolutely. And that's what makes the movie not as good, for one, because the redundant plot. Captain America, the main character of the movie, is in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have all this stuff going on, and Captain America is just trying to figure it out. Right. And that's not fair. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair that nobody really knows why he's Captain America, who did not see the show. You know what I mean? I think it's unfair that you have a great comic book when he becomes Captain America. That is a good comic book, because it's like, he's not my Cap. You could have literally, if you want to talk politics, you want to have a political thriller, have the people be mad that he's Captain America.
Captain America, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they're mad because they were pissed off, just like in real life, that the black man became Captain America. Have you lean into that? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying have the whole movie be that, but have that on his mind. That should be the undertone.
Maybe they could be picketing. It could be all types of things. It could be spray paint. Not my Cap with the shit. All types of stuff.
Like they did in the comics. They legitimately did in the comics. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. The reason why I said did I like the Superman trailer, you got people hitting Superman upside the head with a can of peaches. Superman upside the head with, but must be an eternal conflict going on to make the people turn on Superman. Mm-hmm. You're telling me in a political thriller that you couldn't make Captain America go through them same trials and tribulations?
Same steps. But they had him struggle with everything else, though. But and they kind of did the opposite. They kind of said, okay, Cap got money now. He riding in this truck.
Cap got a couple trucks. He got a electric Humvee.
Cap got money.
Where he gets the money? He got a little base with the little Captain America
with the little captains, yeah.
What the hell?
Why he didn't have that in the first place? That's my question. When he was Falcon, he's doing the same thing he was doing as Falcon.
Exactly. And that's what I said. Hold up. Did I not say that he was working for everybody jumped down my throat? He was working for the government. He had to go get along. No, he didn't No, he was working literally for the same. Okay. For one, what makes this movie the movie redundant is that that same dogfight at the beginning of the movie was done in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
No,
you know, except you switch out Batroc with the Serpent Society.
Yeah, with Serpent Society. Yep.
They go and get a MacGuffin. You know what I mean? And they gotta save they gotta save a hostage from a situation. It's the same
exact. Yeah,
it was
the same
going
thing
on in the show.
Yep.
So again, but at least he was Falcon. So you telling me you couldn't make a movie out of that? You know what I'm saying? With Falcon in the Winter, you could have made that a movie instead of having a Disney Plus show. You know what I mean? But with Kevin, I would disagree with you on that because you hear it online.
Nobody.
If you could do this,
you film.
I
don't think it will.
If you could do this with She-Hulk, because literally they trolled us with She-Hulk.
Yeah.
All these people gonna be mad that She-Hulk is for the women and whatever. She-Hulk was a hoe. Anyway, women's empowerment, not being a hoe is not women's empowerment. That's the choice. But anyway, you know what I mean? If you're gonna have this underlying tone of that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you're trying to tell me you couldn't have that in Captain America: Brave New World?
Yeah, you could. And the thing is, you don't have to have it to where it's just every corner he turns. Right? It's hey Nick, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it not like that. But you feel the tone of the movie is certain people don't want him as Captain America.
Exactly.
And not the way Thunderbolt Ross didn't want. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess to them they said, well, we got that with Thunderbolt Ross. No, he had beef with him as Falcon. Shit, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He just had beef with him from top to bottom. I'm talking about when he's out and that's another thing too. I think we should have seen him be around people.
Yeah.
Not you know what I'm saying, regular everyday people. Like,
yeah, out and about.
Out and about. See how they react to him, as just, even if it ain't nothing but the end of the first act, just to show something.
Dude, you did that with Spider-Man.
Mhm.
No Way Home. Remember you know what I'm saying? Mysterio was right and they was throwing shit at him and all of this. So again, I know what it would have been. You made this movie, you put this movie out in February. You did all these reshoots. You don't think so putting this as an underlying tone, you thought it would have pissed off black people? No, it would have been what we see today. Right. Somebody becomes, especially like I said, on the internet, you got your Proud Boys and all of you got your sets that's out there that would not, matter of fact, you got black people that would have been like, yo, hold up, wait a minute. Remember that Natasha leaked all the information out for Hydra, you know what I'm saying, in Captain America Winter Soldier, right?
Right.
You got all this information leaked. You got Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, known for the Sokovia Accords, and he put these people in jail, and then you're going to go work for them? It's not just Isaiah Bradley who will feel that.
Right.
Other black people like, hold on, wait a minute, Cap, you working with the president? You know, the president didn't even... You could have got the people. You could have showed scenes where the people is forming against them. And then you make the decision, do you want to rock with Cap? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's almost like a Civil War was like, who do you believe, Tony or Steve? Whose side would you be on?
Let me ask you a question. Do you think he proved, because at the end of the day, it's about him proving if he's worthy to be Cap. Do you think this film showcased him proving that he is Captain America? Not because it seemed, and let me answer it before you answer. It seemed to me they just threw him in there. All right, he's Cap. Because they would go back and say, go watch Falcon Winter Soldier. You'll see the little struggle of him being Cap, and now he's Cap. I think that should have carried on in this.
Yeah, movie. I say yay and nay. Only reason why I say yay is because I already see Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so you don't even have to sell me on him being Cap. And we already
see not him being Cap, the struggle, the weight of it on him.
I don't think that they ever played into the weight of it. He just shrugged. Honestly, this is the strongest Negro I ever saw in my life, because he shrugged a lot of shit off, just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I don't care what you say. I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, not even we didn't even have a moment of a time where he's by himself. And he's like, do I really want to do this? This is a lot. I'm a dude with wings. Yes, I got a vibranium suit, but I'm not even a super. You wait until you get with Bucky, and Bucky gives you that speech, and he was like, your writers wrote that for you. You're like, a little. He did that, because he was Trump. Okay, they did a little. You know what I mean? So I think it pisses me off that they didn't take a moment to breathe a little bit on the slow moments and say, what the hell am I doing? You know who they gave that to? And we're gonna transition. Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
Yep.
That's who they gave those scenes to. Okay. Yep. For you going from, and we've always talked about recasting, right? And obviously this is Nate Moore. I love some Harrison Ford. I love Indiana Jones. I love Han Solo. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Is it Good and Present Danger or
Clear and Present Danger?
Clear and Present Danger. I mean, Clear and Present Danger. Harrison Ford is my guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not a good Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, and that's because and I hate to say it like this, but I think it's bad casting. Like, I'm not mad at the recast. He never gave what William Hurt's ascension as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross was really literally a kind of a military guy who's shady as hell. Right. Then you get this guy and he's like the old grandpa who changed his life after being racist for 70 years.
He played the president from Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah, that's what he did.
That's who he was. And I will say this. It's going from, like you said, William Hurt, who was Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, to Harrison Ford is a major, you know what I'm saying? Because Harrison Ford just play. He was Harrison Ford. You know what I'm saying?
He was just Harrison
was
Ford.
Harrison
Yeah, he
Ford.
played Harrison Ford.
It looked like he was having fun.
Yeah, he
It
was
wasn't
having
a bad
fun.
performance. It's just he wasn't.
No.
I'm with you. He didn't embody what. Maybe it was hints of it, and maybe they was trying to show the change. You know what I'm saying? Because Thunderbolt Ross is like they showed him flipping chairs. It's the mustache. I think they should have kept the mustache.
The mustache.
I think bring that.
Even when they did do the mustache, he kicked the
yeah,
he kicked that podium. I was like, what? He's going off. What? I want to know what scene is that. I want to hear more about why he going off.
I think they should have kept the mustache, and I think because without the mustache, I don't think he could get into the character. The character is the mustache. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing about even when he turns into the Red Hulk, he got the mustache.
Yeah,
you know what
he
I'm
got
saying?
the mustache.
So I think
there's part there is that he's Thunderbolt Ross's Red Hulk that doesn't have a mustache. You know what I mean? But in the comics, but it should have been the mustache. He should have kept the mustache. And
let me answer be positive because he's
which one?
This question right here. He's asked that question a couple times.
You talking about this one?
Yeah, how does Tony Stark survive being stabbed by Thanos and all big hits and falls in his Iron Man suit without it? So it's a suit of armor. He's made the suit so he can. It's a suit. For one thing, it's armor. It's not a fucking leather suit. You know what I'm saying? He's literally a tank.
Yeah,
literally, he's literally a tank.
Yeah.
When he was stabbed by Thanos, he has nanites to help. You know what I'm saying? To help him repair and do things. You know what I'm saying? He's got all of that inside the suit, so it's easy. It's more believable in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to believe that. Sam don't have that. Even in this movie, when Sidewinder said, "Oh, you survived. You must have had Kevlar underweave or some shit like that." He said, and he was like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
nah, because
he was Rambo. He was John Rambo. No,
yeah, he was.
He was John Rambo.
Sam should have died plenty of times. It's one thing I want to get. One thing that got at me was, and it really made me mad because it was making me mad from watching the trailers, and then when I watched the movie, it made me even mad even more. He's doing all these aerial flying, breaking sound barriers, all you know what I'm saying? He's going through missiles. These ain't no regular, these is missiles meant to take down things. Concussion missiles at that. Just flying through them like it's nothing, right? Your boy Falcon goes up to dismantle one. He gets blown out of the sky though. Why that didn't happen with Sam? Falcon get blown out of the sky. Sam just he going through explosions like it's nothing. That to me didn't make sense. I said, come on, man. If y'all gonna use physics all the way. If you're not gonna use physics, then don't just make it convenient for damn one done Falcon to get fucking, you know what I'm saying? What you got with that?
I want to show. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it here. Here in a minute. Soon as I get a chance, because it comes from Winter Soldier. There's a scene in Winter Soldier because you got the vibranium shield, right? Which is it absorbs energy, kinetic energy, right? So
you talking about when Cap got blown out the window?
Not that scene.
Because I mean, Cap was getting always pushed around by a bomb or something. You know what I'm saying?
But it's I would show you because it's funny that you said that. It's funny that you said it because I was thinking this when he was flying through the air, doing his stuff, doing his thing, which is cool scene. Not saying it's not
right,
it's not a cool scene.
Yeah, no.
It's a dope scene. It's just we're talking about warheads. We're talking about stuff that take down,
big flying 30-ton machines.
We talking about stuff that you're on these carrier carrier ships, and it will take down these carrier ships. And my man My man is over here. I'm talking about going through stuff. Like it's like I mean like hot knife through butter. And I'm like, yo, what the again, it's cool, but also seriously unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
To a point where it almost gets ridiculous.
It does. It reminded me of Black Adam when he kept walking through the walls instead of taking the door. That's what it was. It was the equivalent of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
But again, as and I think I'm trying to get to this. I'm trying to get to the scene because there's a scene where Captain America and Winter Soldier I'm talking about legitimately getting shot by a missile at point blank range. He got the shield and just go pew. I'm talking about literally goes flying. And my man is going through going through missiles. Nothing.
Like, I know,
but the difference is, wait a minute. Be positive. The difference is, Batman ain't going through missiles.
Nah,
Batman ain't going through. But and he has his own tech, right? He has his own tech in that universe, so it's well established. See, this is the thing: it's well established how he is in that universe. So nothing is out the realm of possibility because you've seen it from the comics, you've seen it through the movies. They make you believe that Batman, you know what I'm saying, can actually do that.
Right.
When you literally just drop a guy in to the movies who's never shown that.
Yeah.
You never seen it through Captain America the Winter Soldier. You didn't see that. You didn't see it in Civil War. You didn't see it. As a matter of fact, him and Bucky both got beat by Spider-Man in Civil War. They got webbed up. So you didn't see you didn't see the tech go, through his brain and be like, oh, I got to be able to solve this equation to be able to beat this guy. You didn't see it. He is a military soldier.
That's it. He's just a man.
That's it.
Just a man.
So I'm not saying that he couldn't. You just never showed that. It's the same thing with Shuri. Yeah. All of a sudden, she's whooping ass. You've never seen a fight montage. You've never seen anything.
At least with Sam, he trained with Isaiah, right? We get the montage.
But we got the montage
in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. At least we got that. But I'm not even talking about him being able to fight. I'm talking about him going. And everybody keep giving me that same thing because I see what Gordon
the vibranium wings.
I don't give a that. No, man. No. We saw fucking Black Panther get swatted away by a rhino and hit and you know what I'm saying? Like, vibranium does not stop momentum. Momentum still happens. Hate to say it.
It just absorbs the kinetic energy.
Right. And only so much. It doesn't negate the whole. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get hit, don't mean you don't feel it. It don't mean that it won't push you back. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it absorbs majority of said hit or something, but you still get pushed back. You know what I'm saying? Momentum. What is it? Inertia. Inertia still exists. It still works. Because sometimes they would show it and sometimes they won't. And that's be consistent with it.
You know exactly. It's kind of like how, in one instance, the shield bounces off everything, and the next thing the shield is going through is a matter of fact, I'll just show you because I like to show, don't tell. And this is the problem with sometimes storytelling, right? When you're in the middle of storytelling, you can make the MacGuffin or whatever do what it wants to do, and it's inconsistent. So let me show you Exhibit A. Let me show you Exhibit A. Let me see if it is going to let me show it. Now, this is Exhibit A from Captain America. For Captain America Winter Soldier, right? You see Bucky has the shield, right? Now, mind you, the shield, ain't it supposed to bounce off of something?
Right.
It literally goes through. It legitimately goes through the van, right? Like, he throws it, yes. Is he throwing it with force? Both of them are super soldiers. He throws it, bow, goes right through the van.
Yep. Oh, I got another scene. Remember when in Falcon and the Winter Soldier he threw the shield and the dude threw a chair at the shield and it knocked the shield out of the air?
Exactly. Exactly. Well, that was Sidewinder who did that. Were you talking about were you talking about in the Captain America? You talking about in this new movie, right?
No, I'm talking about Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, Falcon the Winter Soldier, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the scene where he jumps in, he first becomes Captain America, he threw the shit, it was like that. So again, the problem is with this is that you have certain scenes that just does not make sense. Right. And when it does not make sense, it you know what I mean? It dispels, especially if you're watching this attentively, you're not trying to criticize it. You're just trying to see if you're going to be consistent with your movie. You know what I mean? And people, I know what the thing is. People are looking at this movie and they're like, you're just going to dog it out because, why are you going to dog out the movie because a black man is in it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why are you going to dog it out? Because no, it has nothing to do with a black man in it. I'm judging this by movie standards. Movie standards. The plot, story, plot, execution. How does that work? If the plot of the story of this movie is incoherent, is inconsistent, and it pulls from a lot of other movies, it's going to drop it down a tier. Yeah. Right? We've said this about, people are talking about sound. I don't care about sound and space because I don't care about that. But but since you brought up Star Wars, the reason why the trilogy, the Skywalker, what's her name?
Leia.
Not Leia. What's the new girl's name?
Rey.
See, this is how. Rey. The Rey saga is a rehash of the original Star Wars trilogy, but not as good.
Yeah.
Nowhere good. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when people see that, but like, y'all already did this in A New Hope. This is A New Hope. This is Empire Strikes Back. This is, this has already been done. I don't want to see something that's already been done. Mm-hmm. I don't want a rehash of something. I want a good movie. And what it is you're not seeing a good movie. Hey, Roberta, we ain't cussed yet. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So when you look at what, because we got off subject, with Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross in this movie, he is literally just a rehash of what you saw in other movies. He's the figure. He's the powerful figure who's being manipulated by an underling. You know what I mean? And the underling in this movie, you know what I'm saying, is Samuel Stearns, which let's just get to him. Okay. Samuel Stearns is probably one of the worst. He's one of the worst villains in MCU history. I'm sorry. This is terrible.
This was not a mastermind move. This was bad. It
was dumb. I ain't gonna lie. That's what made the movie. I'm not gonna lie. You save him because you don't want us cracking on. You don't want us cracking on the way he looks in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what it really is. That's why you hid him. I wish you would have showed him and hid Red Hulk. Yeah. You know what I mean? Actually hide all of it to me.
All of it, yeah.
Hide it all. But because there was what they could have did in the marketing is show more, which God, man, Giancarlo Esposito was wasting in this movie. He was wasting. You could have showed us his scenes and teased a Hulk. You know what I mean? Like the sound of a Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
You know what would have been better? To use Giancarlo and to use the Serpent Society and all of that in the actual movie. No, just in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like he could have been chasing, one by one. Then he finally gets a Sidewinder should have been the big bad of this movie. He should have been the one who should have
been the mastermind.
Right. Well, he could have been. No, he should be the puppet. I don't mind him being the puppet, but maybe he should have been working for Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
On some stuff.
Yeah. That would have been a hell of a twist. That it was Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross who wanted the adamantium to itself. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to further the Super Soldier program, which is what? What do they do when they further the Super Soldier program? Because he wanted to sell it to Canada?
Right.
Because the Weapon Plus program.
The Weapon Plus, Weapon Plus program. See, this
There
the
it
thing.
is.
Not we didn't need the leader. The leader was horrible. It didn't make sense. If they needed him to become the Red Hulk, they could have easily just had some random dude experiment on Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross with Bruce Banner's blood or whatever. It didn't have to be the leader, right? And he just would have been that.
But he could have been It could have been the leader doing that. But he didn't have to be. He shouldn't have been the one who's creating all this technology and all this other. That's dumb. Because the majority of the military technology came from Stark Enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't make any sense that now the leader is creating this tech.
Right, and that ain't even his. That's kind of. I mean, I'm not gonna say that ain't his bag, but
it's not. His bag was he was trying to if you go back to the Incredible Hulk, his thing was he could be able to use the gamma radiated blood to be able to cure certain things. So yes, to keep him alive was right. That was good because he was using the gamma radiated pills to keep him alive. Right. Also, it was mutating, Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross into a Hulk, and he didn't know it. You know what I mean? But to make him that should have been a surprise. You know what I mean? You should have had the Serpent Society being hired by Hulk. Being hired by Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, with the underling being Samuel Cern. Just an innocent guy, man. I just want to be released. He had me working on this stuff for him. I'm just trying to make sure that Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is alive. He shouldn't have been in a cave with a box of scraps.
Right. If anything, he should have been able to free roam, walk, have a house. Maybe he could have been under lock and key with some guards or something, but he shouldn't have been under a bunker or something like that. He should have been running the whole thing, right? And he's in charge of this.
Just a scientist.
What was the name of the
Intelligence?
Or that, you know what? There you go. I forgot. They should have brought that seat, but since they want to waste it with She-Hulk, they couldn't do that.
He still could have been the person that was running that website. It could have made him connected to that show. If it maybe, just maybe, I wouldn't be looking at it as bad as but you already wasted it.
Right.
Because you could have connected him. Again, Serpent Society. Serpent Society should be the main big bad because that is a Captain America villain. That's what pisses me off. Whether it's Sam Wilson, whether it's Steve Rogers, whether it's the U.S. agent, that's still a Captain America villain, right? So you use the Serpent Society to steal the adamantium because really Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross wants it for himself because he's about to work with the Canadians with the Weapons Plus program because there's more big threats because of the Sokovia Accords. And we seen what he was already pissed off. Yeah, we repealed them, but we need more soldiers on the ground because we seen that that's why that speech would have been better. Half of the world, got blipped away in a second. We had a celestial come out of the ground, which you shouldn't call it a celestial. We had a big goddamn thing come out of the ground. You know what we need? More soldier because there's bigger threats. So I want to get this for myself. I want to work with the Canadian government, and we work with this, even though I'm going to turn my back on the Canadian government once I have the soldier that I need. You know what I mean? And we're going to build more super soldiers. Just like he talked about in the Incredible Hulk. That's you know what I mean? So that ties in Weapons Plus more with Captain America because the original Captain, and then you could have had that internal conflict of Sam wanting to, should I take the serum? Because shit, you got other stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got other stuff going on. So then you could be able to have an arms race with the adamantium. You know what I mean? Because that's where you get Omega Red. This is where you get, Wolverine, Sabretooth, other characters who have adamantium. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken,
one of the Serpent Society has adamantium, Constrictor, actually.
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't they do Bullseye? Isn't his back infused with adamantium? Now you have an arms race. Now you're getting into political thriller. Who the other political side?
Remember Ant-Man when they had the buyers for the pin particles and all of that?
and we never got that resolved.
Same, right? We never got that resolved, but same type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Same type of situation.
Exactly. You could have played into the 51st state mentality.
Yeah.
You could have played into that. You know what I mean? Lady Deathstroke. You got all these.
Yep, Lady
again.
right?
Why is Ant-Man? What can we do? And the first thing anybody gets some material. First of all, let's just keep it real. I'm gonna use the James Carter theory of detective work. Follow the rich white man. Because there's always a rich white man that's out to get his cut. Your Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is not doing this because he's looking out for the American people. That's bullshit. That's why I'm sorry, Roberta. I'm getting in my bag. I'm sorry.
It should have been this because he does. That's his thing. I do want to look out for it, but I'm doing it my way.
Yeah, I'm
it's
looking
how
out for
I'm
my
gonna
own
look
interest.
out.
Yes.
Right. I don't care what y'all think. It's damn near like a dictatorship. I'm a general and my troops listen to me. This is how it is.
They didn't want to lean. Okay, let's be real. They didn't want to lean and have Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross play by your favorite grandpa, Harrison Ford, the hero in the majority of his movies, look like another president that they feel that he might be a dictator. Let's be real. That's what it really, if you want to keep it honest, that's what, and then he turns red and not orange. That's what it really was. And they didn't want to, they was playing it safe and didn't want to have parallels just in case that said president became president again. They didn't want to have any parallels and then have that president try to go after them. You knew it. I knew what it was. That's why it's the movie.
That's to me, but I think they're not giving that guy the credit.
They're not giving him the credit. He would
love that.
Yeah, he would have. He
would love that. That's based on. Did y'all see that?
It was amazing. Me. I was so great. I was the Hulk. I thunderclap, and I'm not talking about cheeks.
He would have loved that. That's right.
I thunderclap all the time.
or he would have He would have said something about it. It would have made more noise. It would have brought more attention to the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I just think that they underestimate pissing him off. Stuff like that don't piss him off. You gotta think he been around alone. This ain't the first time he'd never been memed or made fun of, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he would have loved it. I think he would have, if he would have found out
this up.
Yeah, if he would have found out bits and elements was based on him, he would have loved that shit. It's just for me, they just did not lean into. You got the opportunity to take a black superhero and take him over the edge, a black American superhero, because Black Panther is not a black American superhero, African superhero with African American aesthetics, but he was not a black American superhero.
Yeah,
this was
he's not an FBA.
Right. This was the opportunity to take that character and push him up over the hill.
It's not no cussing in this movie for real. It's bare minimum. It's bare minimum.
It's
you're not watching Deadpool Wolverine and I get through no cussing, Roberta.
Yeah. Now this probably late night cussing. You know what I'm saying? S word every 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's a cuss word literally every 30 minutes of this movie, and it's a 4 hour. It's a 2 hour movie.
2 hour
there
movie.
You go. Yeah, so you might got 4 cuss words.
4 cuss words, something like that. Yeah.
But I do agree with you. That's why I think they played it safe with Sam too much. You have an African American, a foundational Black American soldier who is going through this thing in America, in the climate of America. Yes, is their climate different than our climate? Because you can't have that you can't make it safe like that and then bring mutants in here and then have mutants go through what they go through
and stuff. Yeah, I would say. You see what I mean? I would say not, because the crazy thing is they wanted Isaiah Bradley to be that, and that yes, he should be that, but it should also be passed on to Sam, because
it should be a mirror image.
Yeah, we're talking lineage here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's
so he can see
two
what they're
sides
doing
of the
now.
same coin. Right.
Exactly.
Isaiah got done wrong, poorly, bad. Hey, this is what happens if you do this. I was just like you, Sam. I went and did that, and look at what it got me. He should have been fighting, or not fighting, but butting heads with Isaiah on those principles. No, Isaiah said different
which
times.
Which he did in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Did, but it should have still been that, because Isaiah was still like that.
Yeah.
Isaiah was still like, nah, man.
They played it safe.
Right. I ain't messing with them.
They played it safe in Uncle Sam. I remember they called him that in the show. Uncle Sam. I'm like, he is Uncle Sam. But he really did. He was, to me, he was too yes man when he came to Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross too. He was too yes sir. I mean, he is the president. You gotta, but there was no, but the difference between, that's the difference between him and Steve Rogers. That's why when he said you're not Steve Rogers, he was like, you're right, you're not. Because Steve Rogers was like, I ain't trusting now. I'm not trusting this. And he gonna have some pushback.
See, I want to know we don't know what he is neither in regards to how he works with the government. Is he working for the government?
But we already kind of seen that in Falcon and again, if you're seeing this movie and you haven't seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, to me, he is exactly how he was in that show. He was for the no matter how the government was doing him wrong, no matter how broke he was, no matter how much he had to do this, he was still yes sir, no sir to the guy. He never gave the government pushback like, why are we doing this? Does this make sense? My personal perspective.
Right. And a lot of people have been saying that he would make a good leader of the Avengers. I don't think so, because he doesn't do the pushback. Like Nick Fury would run all over this dude.
Oh man. Oh man. He be getting Nick Fury a sandwich.
Yeah, Nick Fury run all of Nick Fury would go crazy on, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, he would love a Sam Wilson, Captain America with Nick Fury, but he be doing all his dirty work. And he would never challenge you.
When Nick Fury showed up to talk to Cap, he had to talk Cap into get into doing something. Cap was like, man,
I'm not doing that.
When he was in there punching the bag and stuff, hey, we need you out here. It's rough. He was like, man, I don't give a fuck. It's a new world. I'm finna go out here and sow my royal oats. What you talking about, man? Cell phone? What a cell phone? You know, like video games. I'm gonna go see what's going on. But he was a little too yes sir-ish. And what I mean by what's his capacity with the government? We saw Bucky roll in. He a senator or soon to be senator or whatever. We don't.
He's working. He's getting elected to be in the House of Representatives. How the hell does that? How does that happen? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know neither. But so you have that. What I mean with Sam is, even in Falcon and Winter Soldier, he was a contractor. He was contracting, and he should have had money then. Hell, having a government contract working because he was basically Black Ops. That's basically what it is. I want to know if he's still that, because if he's Black Ops, if he's just a contract worker, he don't have to talk to the president like he's still in the military, because he's not. He ain't in the military no more. And I think Sam was enlisted. So once your enlistment is done, you're not like an officer. An officer is an officer all time. Even if they get out, they still
Rhodey. James Rose is still working for them. He's a military. He still works for the military.
Mm-hmm. He's still Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes.
Yes,
he's still that. That's what I'm saying. Bucky, not Bucky. Sam. What is Sam? Is he? We don't even know what his rank was in the military. What was he?
Hey, wait a minute, Sir Knight. That's his superpower. Counseling.
It is.
It's his superpower. Talking you off. He should be. He is the negotiator. That's his power. Negotiations. He the one who should be in the running for the House of Representatives. Not James Bucky Buchanan.
Sir Knight, the president's over the military, but he's not over the contractors. Like I'm a contractor. I'm not a DOD employee. I'm a contractor. Because I was once a contractor also. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. He's just because he's the president. him being the president and you being a regular citizen who has not signed or swore an oath through the or whatever to be in the military, you're not governed by the UCMJ, things of that nature. Nah, it don't rock that way. You just a me and you, regular people, we can go up there and talk hella greasy to the president and nothing would happen. You see what I'm saying? So he's a captain. No, even Captain America's not a captain in the military.
He's not.
That's just the name that they gave him. He's not a captain.
Exactly.
I think
that's a title. Bucky gave him that. Let's hear it for Captain America.
Yeah. I think
Captain America First Avenger.
Steve Rogers' rank is
what was it? E3? Because he was just a regular soldier, but he was an E3 or something like that. Just a guy just got to listen to the military. It was used for propaganda. And they gave him the title of captain, but are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Let me see. So he did get promoted to captain. He was a private though. That's crazy.
He was a private. He was an E1. Yeah, I about to say I thought he was like E3 when he got in the military.
Multiple ranks. E1 to captain. 03 is. Yeah, I don't even. That's crazy. Him doing that is wild because you don't go from enlisted to
a captain,
an officer like that. So, yeah, you don't do that at all. But it is what it is. But from what I remember, he's not a captain. I thought he was. Red Skull always called him something. Was it Red Skull? No, it was Nick Fury. Always called him. He's a colonel, right? Ain't he Colonel Steve Rogers?
The colonel of the tank.
Yeah,
he's about the big bangs. Throw raw hustle. I just went. he part of the No Limit Soldiers.
Colonel, I thought he was a colonel. But either way, what else? Like it wasn't a bad, and that's the thing, it wasn't a bad movie.
Make it say, it was this Joe Munger. Oh, we still got some other folks to go through. What about what's her name? Sabra, yeah.
Oh my god, that little munchkin lady.
Am I the only person who liked her? First of all, that little ass woman look like she fight for real. Like she look like she bite your ass.
She do look like
she'll bite the shit.
It's like
I'm sorry, Roberta.
What? Okay, and I guess what made me dislike her is that old big head baby. But the background to her, if she was supposed to be Mossad and then she ends up working for the president, that was kind of weird to me. You know what I'm saying?
But she wasn't. She was.
I know they redid it.
They redid it to make her a Black Widow.
All I could see was that though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, how did they even? Or why? And why did they change?
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
For one, how do you have someone who's ex-widow next to the president of the United States?
Mm-hmm. And know it?
Oh, yo, why did I think that? She does have a Tom Cruise face.
Yes, she do.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I'm just saying some of the littlest chicks in my school be the ones who get boxed.
Nah, man, not against.
Some of the ones I grew up with in the hood. They
like to fight. I ain't gonna say they like to fight. They like to fight.
Man, I knew a couple.
I'll say this. You know what I didn't like about her? That last scene when she showed up at the little compound or whatever. She had on her little fake superhero suit.
Yeah, it's a
jacket. And I was like, okay, this had to been part of the original movie because why she?
That's what it is. The reshoots just a lot of the reshoots destroyed this movie. G. Carlos Esposito and Sidewinder. What's your take?
I hate that they're just regular mercs, right? He killed his scenes though. I think every scene he was in, yeah, he killed it. I like how his gun, when he was shooting that damn
that gun
it was
dope.
AK-74, AK-77, whatever. That shit, just how it was ringing out.
Yeah. That bug was hard.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. And
he got good when it blew up. They blew up that truck. He was getting good.
Right.
I was like, all right, here we go.
I liked him because he didn't have no fear. He was, you know what I'm saying? He just was, I got a mission. I'm a, you know what I'm saying, do my mission and I'm going home. Like, I like that. That's why I wish it would have been that. That's it, because now we getting human on human. It's a regular fight. There's no needed extra nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to see.
I'm in agreement.
That's what I wanted to see. The fight at the end, him taking the serpent. If he would have went and took down the Serpent Society strategically, one by one, all the way up until Sidewinder got in the little fight, found out that Sidewinder is working for Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, ends up to go confront that, but he didn't have no proof other than what Sidewinder said. Confronts Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross and basically gives him the big F you.
That would have been all. Now that's a better movie. That's a better movie. Not saying the movie's bad, but that is a better movie. You know what I mean? So hold on, wait a minute. Did you say? Oh, okay. Should Cancer Experience shaped her to. Well, thanks for that. For that tidbit of information. I just like I'm gonna be honest with you. I do like her. I liked her.
Yeah, I didn't mind her.
I liked her. Hey, Mika G, I liked her.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I didn't mind. She didn't like stop the movie for me. It's just when I see small, petite things do, you know what I'm saying? I just look at it with a side eye.
Only reason why I don't give it a side eye because I don't watch a lot of, martial arts tournaments with little bitty Asian women beating the brakes off of people. I'm talking about. I mean, she wasn't that, but it's not. That's not okay. Because she was part of the military, and I don't know, it's something about her face that makes me believe that she'll bite your ass. And like, if she got close, she got me. Then will make me believe that. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with her. And again, because of the reshoots, she had a superhero outfit that didn't get shown. So, all right, let's go to Daddy Ramirez as Joaquin Torres. What did you think about him? Is he a good new Falcon?
He was a little aggravating at times, you know what I'm saying? Trying to prove himself, it was good and bad. Like, he's trying to prove that I'm worthy to wear the wings and everything like that. Kind of how Sam was trying to prove that he was good enough to keep up with Captain America. But it's different because Cap was a super soldier. Cynthia Rothrock was bad. Cap was a super soldier. You know what I'm saying? So trying to keep up with a super soldier is different than Joaquin trying to keep up with basically old man Sam at that time. Like, Joaquin probably should be running laps around Sam if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they should have showed it. They should have showed that how he's trying, not necessarily trying to one up him, but with me being younger, it's things, you know what I'm saying? And me already fighting side by side with you, I'm damn near neck and neck with you on a skill level. You know what I'm saying? Not just showing him being this hard head who didn't want to listen. Stop, Falcon, don't do it. And then he get blown up and he falls into the water. It should have been a little bit more. I would have loved a little bit more big brother, little brother competition between them two.
I would have liked that too. I would have liked that too. Let's get to the next one because I liked it, but his scene, and it would have hit harder again if Sidewinder was the main antagonist, which again, you hired Giancarlo Esposito to play Sidewinder and you basically shelf him. You know what I'm saying? In the movie for a plot from 17 years ago I don't like that. That's what knocked it down a notch for me. And like I said, if somebody put it in the comments, and I agree with that. I think it was Urban Guru said this. If Sidewinder would have hurt Torres, then it hits hard, even harder for Sam to be able to, oh hell no. I gotta go make this right. You know what I mean? Instead of some mess that the president that got you in. Right. You know what I mean? Because he's being manipulated by a dude with a green with a green brain. You know what I mean? So if you really think about it, it would have been like you said, if they were the main characters of the movie, you know what I mean? And they could have saved the Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross Red Hulk for a Hulk movie with like, you know what I mean? With Wolverine or whatever going on with the Hulk. They could have saved that for something else. You know what I mean? But
they could have had Thunderbolt Ross Hulk out, but not Hulk out every now and then. Like you see, like the eyes glowing red, him getting mad, him squeezing something and, you know, breaking it or whatever, things of that nature. That could have been leading up into a Hulk movie or something else later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's letting us know, okay, we getting to the point to where something might happen where he might wig out and Hulk out and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have been a better showcasing of Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. It's a lot of bad decisions they did with this movie to keep it mediocre, to keep it at that 5.5, that 6 realm out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of bad decisions.
Because I gave it a 6.5 for me, but okay. Isaiah Bradley. I think Carl Lumbly steals this movie because he has the emotion. Him and Harrison Ford, Carl Lumbly and Harrison Ford has the emotional scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
As much as because Carl Lumbly steals some of the scenes, and I wish they would have gave that to Sam. What do you think?
They couldn't give it to Sam because they don't know what to do. It's easy to give it to Isaiah because they got it that he's the castaway. He's, you know what I'm saying? Something actually happened to him. Nothing has happened to Sam. So he can't have that. And that's what I mean. We don't get emotion from Sam because nothing happened to him. He didn't care about not having money in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He didn't care about not being able to get a loan. Right. He didn't care about none of that. He gets the shield. You know what I'm saying? Fits right into the shoes. Hey, Cap, people high-fiving him. They love him because of the little stupid speech he made at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, that speech made everybody, no matter what side of the coin you fall on, oh, yeah, that's our Cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he should have had issue. He should have had the hero's journey that we didn't get.
There it is. There it is. Now, would you agree with this? That okay, we don't got Hulk, we don't even have She-Hulk. You know what I mean? Isaiah Bradley gets out of prison, like Sabra goes to get him out of prison, right? They do that scene first. He gets him out of prison. He see Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross hulks out, and Isaiah Bradley finally dons the bandana in the Captain America suit. And he goes and helps Sam fight the Red Hulk in the third act. Would that would have been a twist? And would have been down for it? Because he was moving ass when he was getting out of that when he got out of that the White House.
He was gone.
Would you have been for it? Or
nah. Because I like what Sir Knight said. It's Sam's moment. You know what I'm saying? It's his, because then it's really not even Sam. It's really everybody else's movie but damn Sam's. You know what I'm saying? So it would have been dope to see him do, to at least fight some. That's why I wish it would have been the Serpent Society, because maybe he could have had some action with that.
Yeah.
If maybe this movie is because what it ended up being just shy of 140, right?
Yeah, it was an hour and 54 minutes.
54. Maybe if we could have gotten to the 215, 220 mark.
Oh, you talking about Isaiah Bradley have his Bad Boys moment.
Yeah.
When Reggie. Have his Reggie moment.
His Reggie moment. Yeah. Have him just give us another 5-minute action scene with him somewhere, like you said, having his Reggie moment, him actually showing what it's like to be a super soldier, what he, you know what I'm saying, him putting on the, like you said, I put the mask on, and him picking up that heavy ass shield. Where's his shield?
Exactly.
I would have liked to see even did they Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they did the memorial for him,
yeah,
right?
But they never had his shield.
But they didn't have his shield. They didn't have
his shield. They didn't have his suit,
costume, and
they
nothing,
just showed.
right?
They didn't have his costume. They just had him in his military garb, and the statue had his military garb on. Did not have his actual Captain America suit on.
You know, I wonder.
Yeah, we gotta call it the Reggie moment shield.
Reggie moment.
Because that's the dopest scene in Bad Boy.
It was dope.
It was dope.
I wonder if remember Ant-Man was doing things around that time. I wonder if him and Ant-Man ever worked together. Isaiah,
the original Ant-Man. Yeah, the original Ant-Man. Yup.
Nope. I wonder if they ever worked together. I think that could have been a dope little moment to kind of show that I've worked with other heroes before. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like Marvel trying to make it seem like they didn't have these heroes who did extraordinary things already in the past. Because they got Isaiah in Vietnam, right? That's his war.
Korea.
It's Korea.
There's a Korean war vet.
They should have had, to me, I think it would have been dope to have the original Ant-Man have a little scene with him back, like a throwback scene. I think that would have been dope.
But still, if we have the throwback scene, we're still taking away from Sam Wilson's movie.
I know. Well, I mean, shit. It's basically, it wasn't his movie anyway. This was just his movie in name only.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, this was just his. I would like to see the breakdown, the minutes breakdown for him. Well, now he was in the movie a lot.
No, he was in the movie a lot. It's just
story
the hero's journey. Yeah, the hero's journey just wasn't his.
It was Red Hulk's.
Yeah, it was Red Hulk.
It was Red Hulk's. They humanized Hulk, and I said this in my video. They made us have sympathy for the Red Hulk. He should have been the guy we despised in this movie, not his daughter ain't coming to see him. You know
let's talk about that. The Betty Ross.
Yeah, that was.
And she came. She still looked good though. I forgot that's Steven Tyler's daughter. She still looked good, but I get It just didn't sound right though. Hey, Dad, I'm still here. I still got the same voice from 2008's movie. We can go for a walk. I would like that.
Yeah, it was so soft, and I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they say, they hadn't talked in how long?
17 years, because that's the last time we seen her in a movie. Or she was even thought about.
Yeah.
About.
It didn't seem like they had an strange relationship. It didn't seem like that. It just seemed like shit. I ain't talked to my daddy in a minute.
Again, my thoughts. You don't have Bruce Banner in here. You don't call him. You know, hey man, guess who I found? Your ex-girlfriend had just been exposition on TV. Yeah, right. I do hold a phone like this now. This is over. Your girlfriend Betty Ross. I found her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why I said this was just the sequel to
Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
This was like a 2.5. It was like a 2-hour conclusion of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and the Incredible Hulk 1.5.
I want to get into the celestial BS.
Yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to the plot. The whole plot of this.
Adamantium. The arms race. Oh,
was it really an arms race, or they was cool? For all the world leaders who were the France and all these other people who was going after the black people stuff, y'all show was all ready and ready to sign this for the for the big celestial island. Y'all wasn't fighting over it.
No fight. Yeah. We got the celestial treaty.
Go ahead, man. There's more plot that pissed me off.
It's just okay. Adamantium shows up out of the blue because it was marble at first, like you said, it was marble. Now all of a sudden, adamantium is in it. It
was marble.
I want to know how they mined adamantium.
That they go inside. Well, it's funny. Let me get to the super chat real quick. I'm gonna answer that because I think I got an answer to that from just in the MCU. What up, Sheed? He said, "What's up, fam? I literally just walking out of the Captain America movie. The joint was solid. Once again, I don't understand the hate. 6.5. I enjoy 6.8. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's redundant. That's all it is. It's redundant. It is not executed. If you think about it too long, it's not executed well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's not horrible. No, it's nowhere close to horrible.
It's not horrible.
There's horrible movies out there like Kraven the Hunter. It's nowhere close to that. It's just when you look at it in the overall perspective, and you say, well, okay, wait, they already did that in Falcon and the first act was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know what I mean? Yep. Oh, wait a minute. They did this scene in the Captain America Winter Soldier. They already had this. Wait a minute. They just did this in the Incredible Hulk. This is 1.5. Then you start thinking about it. You're like, wait a minute. It's not. The movie is okay. It's good, but it's not great because they just did so much redundantness, and you don't have the main character. That's the only problem with the movie. But let me make sure to give you something for that because I truly appreciate the super chat. Woo!
I done came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Sheet. Appreciate the $5 super chat.
So what you got for me? In mine and the animation, because I want to know.
So remember Nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere is the head of a dead celestial.
Right.
Where they had a whole colony, all of that. It's not out of the realm of possibility. They could have mined, they could have found something out of basically a baby celestial.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not out of the realm. I don't like it because we all know, and it's not the way that they found adamantium, but in the comics.
Right.
But if they went inside of it and mined it, you know what I mean? That let's say, for instance, part of it got hardened and it's a very tough metal, and they was able to excavate that it wouldn't have been out of the realm of possibility. Just because we already seen a whole city inside of a dead celestial.
Right, but my pushback would to be is, are celestials made out of adamantium, which I don't think they are. Remember, she turned this thing into what it is. Right? So that dead celestial head Nowhere is just the bone of the celestial, which could be just like our bones. So is the celestial made out of adamantium? I don't know, but we know she turned this whole thing into adamantium. Or are they saying are they mining the bones? And if so, how did they get in to mine the bones? Like, I just got questions when it comes to that. Also, this treaty, are they trying to treat this like Antarctica? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody owns it, but we can all come here and do research on it and things like that. What? I just got questions, man. I guess that's one thing when I watch these movies.
You can look at it like that. That you can look at it like Antarctica, and you know what I'm saying, to say, yeah, you know what? We're gonna treat this just like a big landmass. Right. We're all gonna find out what's in it. You know, we're all gonna. But again, this is the world we're talking about. Who fights over just the minute of resources?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I just didn't believe any of this. It's too kumbaya-ish to me.
Yeah, and is now vibranium obsolete? Are we just making vibranium obsolete? What?
After all that, they tried to fight over it, and now all of a sudden we got something else. Bible kindness, y'all didn't want to share with us anyway.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. An isolationist. What he said, an isolationist nation.
Nation, yeah. How do you feel about them cutting as Elijah from the movie? I didn't like that either. I did not like that whatsoever.
Yeah,
because
I read about that.
Yeah, because you go back to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. When you look at it, he was the next link to his grandfather. So just to have him just not there is dumb, especially when you did all these other stuff to set up the Young Avengers and you don't have Patriot there. It's stupid. It was stupid. But Puma Lee, will it?
Yeah, I don't have no trust in it to all make sense after the Secret Wars movie. They couldn't, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, he didn't have power then. Didn't nobody take Kevin Feige's power? Hate to say it, his power wasn't taken. He was given a mandate, push these shows out, but his power wasn't taken, right? He could have, I think Chapek at that time would have just took anything. And I think Feige, he just gave us anything. So I don't trust Feige in wrapping some shit up in Secret War. He might not even remember what's to be wrapped up in Secret War because there's so many loose ends and threads out there. I don't know if he even wants to approach it.
It's the mere fact is that, you know, they pick and choose. This is again, I think this is a critique that when I look at Nate Moore, he said these are the stories we want to make. Okay, these are the critiques you're going to make because you leave these loose plot threads. You don't have Isaiah Bradley. You throw in the dead Celestial in this movie, but don't make it an arms race. You know what I'm saying? But this is supposed to be a political thriller, and you are the executive producer of said movie. You know, you mentioned the Wakandas like, you know, like they ain't shit. You know what I mean?
Like
because they got they got vibranium. But then in your last movie, people were trying to kill the Wakandas just to get said vibranium. Like, you know, and then you have this whole speech with the UN, and it does not make sense. It never made sense. So
I want to know who, not to cut you off, not who, but what time period. Because from my understanding, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is in the future from this, right? It's 2 years from
I don't know because I've not watched this. You find out because I'm not pulling that movie up. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to do with that movie. If anybody else in the chat knows, because I'm not watching it. But even if you do have the black character on the screen, he's too safe. They made him too safe. Or they make somebody else. They make somebody else the hero in the journey, just like they did with. If you go back and watch Black Panther, it is Killmonger's story. He has all the emotional beats, not T'Challa. Not saying that Black Panther is a horrible movie or nothing like that, but the emotional beats the majority of emotional beats went to Killmonger. You only have the emotional beats with T'Challa when he's in the ancestral plane clinging on to life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He has to talk his people into what they did. So that's the problem with the movie.
Let me see. Indicators firmly situate the story in 2024, except Disney Plus has placed Wakanda Forever after Moon Knight and before She-Hulk, both which take place in 2025. So,
and this takes
Wakanda
place in
Forever will
2027.
be in the year 2025.
And this takes place in 2027.
All right. Okay.
So
cool.
This is 2 years after that.
Cool. 2 years after that, vibranium is no longer the go-to metal. You know, he was shooting them damn shards out. I was like, when he gonna run out of them damn little?
Ain't that's part of his wings?
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Exactly.
He not Angel from the X-Men.
That's basically what they made him. Is Angel from Well, remember when Angel got the metal wings?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I said he got to run out of these soon, man. What's going on? He just shooting them still. His wings look fine. What?
Oh,
okay.
How about
Red Hope
the third act?
Beating up on Sam. Sam took that like a champ, man. He took that like, you know what? He was more worse for wear fighting Sidewinder than he was fighting Damn.
He was worse for wear when he fought the dude at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Yeah, the big dude. Not even Sidewinder, the big dude.
Yeah. It's just funny. It's funny how they do that. How they pick and choose where to place physics or consequence set. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sam was getting destroyed by the Red Hope.
Should have been damn near dead.
He should have died.
He should have been damn near dead.
His suit is vibranium, and they never said his suit was vibranium.
They just say he got his wings from the. He got it. No, he did say he got his suit from the Wakandans.
He said right, but that don't mean it was vibranium. He just got a suit from it.
I would suspect it'd be vibranium weave suit,
and it's not even the same suit from the end of.
Well, he had two. He had one. He had the white one, which they redesigned it to make it look more streamlined. Because I ain't gonna lie, that one looked too bulky. You know what I mean? So
it was whether he was playing home or away, he had two different suits.
He could be the New England Patriots away or home.
Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, getting beat up by what did you think about that, man? The show when the Hope hit that wing and it started, you know what I'm saying, doing all that shit. For him he took the Hope, grabbed him and threw him through the White House. And he was fine. Like he got up, he flew away.
Like I said, there is some civil liberties that went on with this movie that I personally do not agree with. And for him just to get the shit kicked out of him, and all he got is a broken rib, he ain't got his face ain't beat up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot that I just was looking at like, yo, what are we doing? I just didn't agree with. And again, Sam thing kept falling over his face. I'm like, Sam, I get it, but the same thing, like Iron Man got a worse ass whooping, fighting Thanos than Sam did fighting Red Hulk.
Yep. And he had the nanite suit and all that, but that's what I'm saying. Vibranium is strong, but
I don't know.
Like it's not like Tony don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like it might not be as strong as vibranium, but it can withstand some shit too.
I don't know. Okay, vibranium suit. I think because we already seen this at Black Panther, but Black Panther already had the heart-shaped herb. Right. So every time that Black Panther was getting kicked and thrown into stuff in Captain America Civil War, he didn't feel it. This man ain't got the heart-shaped herb to not feel it. Yeah. Even if you know this, you know this. If you got, what is it, Teflon armor or Kevlar?
Kevlar.
For bulletproof, the strongest bulletproof vest that you get is what? Kevlar or is it?
You get Kevlar with a carbon fiber mesh.
Yeah, the carbon fiber weave.
With the what is that? It's a sand type thing that actually absorbs the force or whatever.
But you can still feel that force.
But that shit still hurts.
It's still
gonna push you back. It's gonna make you.
You gonna step back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That don't stop your. That's just like, okay, the comparison to Batman. Once Batman take off that armor, he is. I think that's why, again, this is what we're talking about when you're talking about a hero's journey, and you're talking about realistically. Yeah, you got Sam, with stitched up here and this here. You seen in the Dark Knight, just everything that Bruce went through, just going through Joker's thugs and all of that. What's up, Perk?
Yep.
Yo, you see everything that he went through, right? But when he took off that armor, he's burnt. I mean, purple.
You saw it in
there.
Justice League. He was trying to play it off. He was like, all right, I'll be back, y'all. He had to go to the took his armor off here and Diana walked in. She saw that shit. She was like, oh yeah, he's a man. He's a man. He can't handle this shit. You can stay home, Bruce. And Bruce like, no, I gotta fight with y'all. He was done.
He was done. Again, you don't see that with Sam. They made Sam a super soldier without making him a super soldier, honestly.
Yeah.
So again, I don't care how much of a vibranium suit that he has on. Is again, just like we was talking about, even if you have that, you're gonna still get bruised and battered going through stuff.
Right.
So it does not make sense. It does not make sense to me. And again, you don't see him like, dude, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here hurting. You know what I mean? You don't see that. So it doesn't make it.
Yeah, that would have made more sense to have him doing, you know what I'm saying, going through that type of motion of feeling the effects of not just doing a little crappy joke, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, but actually, man, this shit hurt. Being a superhero ain't, he could have been telling Joaquin, man, this shit is for the birds, bro.
Like,
hey, if you find some super soldier serum, take that shit. Like,
he didn't even break down, like, dude, I'm a guy with wings. I'm over here hurting. You know what I mean? It's only so much a Dr. Wizard that you can take. You know what I mean? And if you know what I'm talking about, football players, when you come back the second half and they done tore off their leg and they still trying to play, they done took some Dr. Wizard. It's only so much Dr. Wizard you can take before you got to sit in the ice tub and you got to, you know what I mean, talk to the doctors or whatever.
That would have been a dope thing too. At least at the end of his day, he take that suit off and he go sit in an ice tub or something to recover his body.
Yeah, he's busted.
Like, they should have leaned into the mortal man situation, right?
Yeah,
that's the thing. I'm just
a man.
A decent excuse for why he's not taking it. Yeah, they should lean into that story. Like, man, I'm just, he's mortal. He hurting.
No,
as soon as he sits down and trying to relax and rest, that phone ring and he's like, oh.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that. Red Hulk. We ain't got no time for, what are you talking about? Red Hulk.
Like, oh man, I just, I could barely stand up. I got to get up. Let me chug an energy drink. Let me go recirculate my blood and, you know what I'm saying, do some Lance Armstrong type situation. Let me
when whatchamacallit hit him, he felt it. When Isaiah hit him, he felt it. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden, he don't feel nothing going through missiles.
Yeah, he don't feel nothing.
Missiles. Look, hold on, wait a minute. This is kind of how I know a little bit about it. So there's a place in Kansas City. Can't think of the name of it offhand. But they also make the heaters and stuff like that. Can't think of, oh my God, I can't think of the name of it right now. They make missiles. They make weapons for the military. It's here, not too far from my house. It's like a 10-minute drive to my house. They make weapons for the military. You have to go in. You got to go through all this security clearance, all of this. Everybody's walking around, military guys with the heat. You know what I'm saying? With real heat. And they show you how they make weapons in this place. It's a weapons manufacturing plant. That stuff would destroy a building.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, my man Sam literally gets thunderclapped into the White House.
Yeah, right.
Nothing. You don't feel it. You don't feel nothing. You know what I mean? What is it? All the rocks and stuff, like nothing. He doesn't feel anything. You know what I mean? He gets up like a Tuesday.
That's my thing. When Hulk shoved him through the White House, he didn't feel nothing. He just got up. Hey, clear such and such. I'm gonna have him follow me. Like, dog, you just went through a whole building. What are we talking about?
Oh, that's not what you're right. He went through a whole building, but when the vibranium weave, when it expounded the the kinetic energy and exploded both him and Hulk back.
Right.
Nothing. He just, oh God, not his ears ringing, nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, big dog. I don't live by nuclear waste, big dog. But you don't live by nuclear waste, but I guarantee you're not walking up in that building. I tell you that. they go carry you out with a sheet over you. Trust to believe that. Trust to believe that. But yeah, man. Like I said, it's not bad because I rewatched it yesterday. It's not bad. It's just not. There's so much that you can take for that movie, and there's trust to believe there's a different movie in there. There's a totally different movie in that movie, and they reshot it for what we got. And you can tell. The third act, there's my man Sam is over here, trying to give a speech to Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, and he's on a soundstage, and you can clearly see
I was like,
he's on a soundstage.
They got to clean that up for Disney Plus.
Yeah,
once the court case come out,
it will. It will.
So
you can clearly see all of that was on the soundstage. It is bad. The cut scenes from when they're fighting and they cut it, bad. The editing, bad. There's only one edit that's not bad, and that's the dogfight scene. That scene is really good. That scene is probably the best scene in the whole entire movie. You know what I mean? But also, that movie, the way if you go back and I rewatched it, and I rewatched the edits, and I rewatched I just rewatched it with a totally different sense. Like, this movie has 2010 dialogue written all over it.
Yeah.
Go back and watch it and actually listen. It's 2000. It's early 2000. It's early 2010s dialogue. You could put this with the early MCU. It'd probably be one of the best movies, you know what I'm saying, that you ever watched. But
that's what those the vibes that it gave me, early MCU.
Yes, very
and
early
I don't want
MCU-ish.
that. And a lot of people will say, hey, we're just getting the recycling, or have patience because the first Iron Man or yada yada was like this, and it's like, you can't do that. We're 30 movies in. I can't go back. Like, going backwards don't make sense. We can only go for it. It's nothing to reach back and look at some things and get inspiration from the past, but I don't want to rehash
the dialogue.
Phase 1, right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to rehash phase 1.
Yeah, just look at the opening. Just look at the opening dialogue when Sam is facing old boy and they just monologuing to death to each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why did he want? Okay. Why did he really want to take down that Captain America? Like, the way he talked about it, like, yeah, I couldn't wait to fight you, Captain America. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I only been Captain America for 6 months. What I do to you, dog?
Exactly. I just got here. That would have been a funnier line to say instead of smiling and the man stabbed you half to death, and you kept pushing. The man stabbed you all half to death, whooped your ass, power bombed you, and you just walked away like it ain't nothing.
Yep.
So
I needed more secret society or serpent society. Or I needed more serpent society, man. More serpent society, and not just in some random warehouse. Like, I need them to be actual criminal mastermind or actual mercs. If they mercenaries,
mercenaries.
Let me see some of that mercenary work that they do.
With the guy who took some vibranium and learned, there's a shadowy figure in the back that melted some vibranium. Melted some of that adamantium. Right. You know what I'm saying? And used it to try to kill Captain America. They actually penetrated through his suit, because we already established that adamantium can penetrate through the suit. But no, regular. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me say this before you give me your rank.
Wait a minute.
A regular knife penetrated through Captain America's suit. Not once, not twice.
Oh,
3 times.
But that's why
he's going through missiles, y'all.
He got stabbed twice. He also got
the dude had his little when he was the big dude ripped his suit with them shits. That's what I'm like. Is it vibranium? Like you can stab. The thing is, you can stab vibranium. Vibranium, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. It's not, for the most part, it's not stab resistant, but no, it is cut resistant.
But but that doesn't make any sense, because you have a whole scene in Captain America where a whole vibranium suit was getting hit with armor piercing bullets. And remember, T'Challa just stood there like, you shooting at me.
But that's the thing about it. It's kind of like how the ceramic is. Depending on the force, it will absorb. So the bullets coming in with a certain type of force, it will bounce off because of that force.
So you got to have slow force.
Yeah, it's got to be penetrating.
So Michael Myers would destroy the hell out of.
Will fuck T'Challa up if he came across.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Nothing should be able, because even and this is why I said the logic doesn't make sense, because in Black Panther, you had where they waited until the vibranium was at its weakest point where it opened him up, and that's where he got the hit in on Killmonger. Remember, they couldn't stab each other with vibranium spears. They couldn't stab each other with it. They had to wait to the perfect opening. So that's where it does not make sense. It just does not make sense to me. So that's just my thought.
Blade could easily pierce through vibranium.
Because he had Euro metal though, or Uru metal. That's what Thanos's double bladed axe was made of. I was about to say, why did he get that? But obviously we already know that got dusted away with Thanos. I'm like, that's the metal you should have got. So, but anyway, we get ready to give our last thoughts about this. What did you rank the movie? What did you give it? 6? You said 6 out of 10.
It's 5.5 to 6 for me. It's like right in the middle.
5.5 to 6.
Yeah, 5.5 to 6. It's something like that. It's like anything under 5 is bad. So this is not bad.
So it's mid.
It's mid. It's middle of the. If you want to go and just watch a decent movie at the movies, it's not a way. I would say this: if you went there and watched it at the movie theater, it's not a waste of money. I would say that. Before we wrap, I want to talk about the end credit scene.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
The end credit scene. I got an issue with Samuel Stearns saying what he said. Right? The calculations. What type of scientist is this dude? For one thing,
go ahead. Because
what is he? Is he a biologist? You know what I'm saying? What does he do? Because this dude is doing it. I know he's the leader, but he should still have a subject of study, right? Bruce Banner is a geneticist. He was cool. He's still a scientist, so it's cool doing equations and stuff because all science is just math and all of that. But what made Stearns do the math for that? Hey, they're coming. Like, I did the calculations. Why did you do the You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for what? Why are you doing? What do you did the calculations? Why? What? Who told you to do these calculations? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, just out of the blue, you just in your cell doing shit to everybody else in your spare time. You're doing calculations about multiple universes.
First of all,
here, man, come on, man.
First of all,
and no, the leader would not know. He's smart in his. What is that?
I will let you take that. I will let you take that, but
I just want to know what his expertise is. What is his expertise of study? That's what I want to know. Yep.
This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna just say
he was a janitor. In the comics, he's a janitor. who was exposed to gamma radiation, mutate him into a green-skinned, super intelligent entity who named himself the leader, barking on. So he should have telekinesis and telepathy, right? So yeah, he's smart, but he's not. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna tell you like this: Samuel Stern should be rich, playing the numbers.
Yeah.
Betting, sports betting, all of that. There's no reason why he should be down there in no bunker.
At all.
I'm not. If I know the probability of everything, because even Sidewinder was like, it's 77% that you would even say something like that. Okay, if you know these odds, why ain't you sports betting? Do you know how rich you could be?
Right.
The leader did the wrong things in life. I would be uber rich if I knew the analysis of everything, every probability, every outcome. I'm betting on everything. Betting. Yeah, the leader is leading himself in the wrong direction.
The leader is leading.
I wouldn't even be thinking about Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. I'll be like, who 2.5 points? Nah, bro. Go ahead and give me 5 points on Nebraska this weekend. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. And matter of fact, I will go get me a wig so I can look like the leader from the comics. Because, man, your shits is out. I'm sorry, Roberta. But your brain is out there, brother. You got bulls all over your face.
Yeah.
Get you one of those wigs. Matter of fact, get you one of those wigs off of Goodfellas. You know what I'm saying? My man jumped in the bull with it. Get you one of those. Now, no, don't get Tyler Perry. Go get you one of those wigs. Go into sports betting. Get you some paper. Get you a lot of money. You ain't even got to worry about that instead of Rob. Bitch, I'm rich. Find somebody else, pump. You're dying. I got your pills, big baby. You know what I'm saying? $1 million. $1 million a pill. You want to survive? $1 million.
What did that scene do for anything? Like, to me,
absolutely nothing. Say it again now.
What, like, that wasn't a good sell to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went to go see that. Why did he even go see the leader? You know, at the end of the day, like, why are you going to see Stern? For what?
I mean, he okay. So,
or maybe it was after he went to see Ross.
Remember in Incredible Hulk. Oh, you talking about why did Bucky?
Yeah, why Falcon even there?
Remember, he went to go. He found the research facility, so they went to go break in. It's literally the same scene that Natasha and Steve Rogers did in Winter Soldier when they found what's his name, Zoloff, in the computer, and they were still infiltrating Hydra. But this time, you found out that in the bunker that it was Samuel Stern that was keeping him alive, you know, or manipulating all these schemes in the background. Again, you can literally say this movie is that movie. You know what I'm saying? You can pick certain scenes, but like, all they did was take that from that movie. It does not make it original. So Samuel Stern in the Incredible Hulk literally was a geneticist who was trying to use the Incredible Hulk, was trying to find a way for him not to Hulk out. So he's trying to find a way to suppress the Hulk, the Hulk gene in his body. But he said in the midst of that, when he finally met Mr. Green, and that scene was like, because that's one of my favorite MCU movies. I like that movie. But he was like, dude, you know what we could do? We can literally cure the world with your blood. And remember, he had all these vials of Bruce's blood that he concentrated. So you can legitimately use whatever you concentrated to create said pill or whatever, use the plasma and all of that. That's why Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross was alive, because he found his research.
Right.
So again, I'm not mad at that plot, but that plot could have been minute. It could have been he's just there to keep him alive.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that should have been just it. All the rest of that could have been given with the Serpent Society. You know what I'm saying? How to manipulate stuff. We already know how to be able to manipulate these people, because we already know all of the secrets that Hydra laid out. You know what I mean? Because we already know, because Natasha leaked, that could have linked back to Captain America Civil War. You know what I mean? And Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is trying to take advantage of that. I mean, there's a movie there. It's just not in the final cut.
It's a couple of dope movies there. You named some, I've named some. I just think that post end credit scene or whatever was just sloppy to me, man. It was just something to.
Yeah, that is true.
It was just sloppy.
But see, SOM, they did the Spider-Man 3 video game plot with Eddie Brock needing a cure with the symbiote better than they did here, because those characters shouldn't even been in that movie.
Right,
that's the problem, because there's no connection with Sam and Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross except for him getting putting Sam and Steve and all of them at the raft. There's no legitimate connection to that. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying the movie is bad. The movie's just not great.
It's just not great. It's just not great. Not saying it's bad. That's why I gave it a 5.5 to a 6. And who knows? This might be a movie that ages well.
It probably will be.
So, you know what I'm saying? This little first week, me thinking, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing I saw somebody say too. We are going into this movie with a certain expectation because
it's the MCU.
Right. Because, like I said, when I critique movies, I critique them against themselves.
Yeah.
Or
it's contemporaries.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when I say contemporaries, like the sequels or what, we're in the MCU. Everything has a standard of how it's done, things of that nature. So every movie shouldn't necessarily be cookie cutter, but it should be done in a certain way. Marvel, that's what they, you know what I'm saying? It's like they got an instruction book. All right, page 3, go to page 3. This is what we do. Every movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every movie, that's what they do. So,
this also shows the problem that I've always had with the MCU. Is that you don't have all these writers in a room to brainstorm. If you got the writers for Captain America: Brave New World, and there were all the other writers, all the other directors for these other projects, right? Yeah. And they're not brainstorming. Kevin Feige needs to, and this is the problem. You said this, instead of giving it to Nate Moore, Kevin Feige or whoever else the executive producer on here. You need a quarterback. You need a coach. We're like, this is the direction we're trying to go. This is our plan. This is this. This is this. What do you got to offer as a director? You know, who's going to be the writer of this? Okay, you. Yeah. How is all of this going to be interconnected? This is where phase 1 through 3 shined, and where 4 through whatever this shit is going right now is failed, because you don't have all these guys in a room being connected with a connective tissue to find out what exactly are we going to go with this, and how is it going to be able to connect with everything going forward. Yeah,
there you go. That quarterback come through. He knows the playbook. He knows his personnel, his teammates. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't be messing with my homie Modok. He died in Avenger.
Ray Gunn was an Olympian. That's nuts. That's crazy.
That's funny.
But shit, I lost my train of thought looking at it.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Man, I forgot what was I saying?
He is.
Oh, quarterback.
Yeah. You quarterback in this thing.
Yeah, you need a quarter. You need somebody to be able to sit down with other people and come up with this Bible or come up with this actual playbook going forward. Hey, for phase such and such, these are the elements we have to have.
Yes.
These, and you start listing them off. Okay, you're doing a movie, you have to add these elements. You're doing a movie, you have to add these elements. Got to make them, you know what I'm saying, intertwine. And go talk to your brother over here. Go talk to your sister over there. So when they release it, you know how to bridge from the release into your movie. See what I'm saying? They're not doing that. They just dropping films, not even worrying about what it's about.
which is real sloppy on Disney / Marvel, because you would hold them to a higher standard. You know what I mean?
They're the ones who said that this is going to be a connective universe.
Mhm,
We didn't. The fans didn't say that.
Say it. Yep.
You. This is the way you pitched it. So
You right.
And then it's again, you connected this universe together. You know what I mean? Oh, this universe together. And then you connected characters that feel out of place in somebody else's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just bringing up MODOK. MODOK feels, first of all, the way that they did MODOK was trash, but it is. It is. I laugh because I think it's stupid. You know what I mean? So I joke about it a lot. But even in that film, MODOK does not need to be in that film.
Right.
He doesn't.
You wasted a potential heavyweight villain.
Yeah.
MODOK. Yeah, I know he looks funny, but MODOK is really about it. MODOK is really him.
MODOK is don't joke in the comics.
So
well, if you get out of the goofy part of the 70s, but yeah, let's get out of the goofy part of the 70s. Anything from the 90s, people weren't playing around no more.
Yeah,
people was not playing around no more.
You can have MODOK and AIM, right?
Yep.
Which I think they said something. Are they in the MCU? I think they are in the MCU.
AIM.
Yep. Advanced.
Yep. Advanced intelligence.
Mechanics.
I think something like that.
But,
like that.
It'd be AI mechanics, artificial intelligence mechanics. That's what they'll change it to, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need, this movie should have been more grounded. And not saying that the Hulk isn't grounded, but when I say grounded, he should have been up against the best of the best human villains, right?
One minute he getting beat up by a regular dude. Next minute he's going through a military advanced weaponry.
Right.
So there's just inconsistency there.
Very much so. Very much so.
All right. But anyway, final thoughts on Captain America: Brave New World.
Black Falcon.
I agree, SOM. That's where they should have let him. They should have teased him and had him in the Thunderbolts movie.
Maybe we get it.
No, I'm talking about don't put him in this movie at all at the end.
Oh, okay.
The dogfight at the end and have him Hulk out, but black it out. So you tease it, you know what I'm saying, to the Thunderbolts movie.
I think they got to bring him back. I think they got to bring him back for the Thunderbolts. I would like for him to break them out of jail or whatever. Go ahead.
I thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Ford is 82 years old.
He is.
You know they're gonna recast again.
Yep.
They better squeeze the juice out of this orange as much as they can. Cause not saying, but the man's 82 years old. He can go, or he gonna be at a point where he can't. He ain't gonna be able to act anymore because he's old.
Because he's old. And the crazy thing, 82, he was still moving. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about some Harrison Ford movie. I like, damn, that shit was 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah. That
means he, you know what I'm saying? One of the movies he did, he was in his 50s. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He been around that long is nuts, man. Salute to him. But yeah, it seemed like he was having fun. He didn't lean all the way in. I think if he would have had the mustache, he would have really leaned into being Thunderbolt Ross. The leader sucked.
Nice. He's just too nice.
Too nice. I'm gonna run down everybody.
All right,
Thunderbolt
go ahead.
Ross was Thunderbolt was cool. Needed more of him as Thunderbolt, but going crazy or really having to deal with the Hulk situation inside of him. The leader was horrible.
I agree.
Bad. Nothing about the leader was good. His story was not compelling enough to move me. And what was his cause? Him doing all of this crazy foolishness. This was just to
expose Thunderbolt Ross.
Expose Thunderbolt Ross as the Hulk. Like, you was willing to cause World War III just so people could see
You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of real motivation is that, man? That's
Stupid.
horrible
That's
motivation.
dumb. That's
You had me
dumb.
locked up. I want the people to know who he is. What? The Hulk Hunter, you mean? The
When
one,
you
the
could have
one
been sport, when you could have been sports betting this whole time, getting rich.
right. You could have been getting rich. And you went, oh, we gotta show them what they're missing. Don't nobody give a damn about what the president is and ain't.
We don't
Have
care.
we not learned that lesson yet? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they should have played Change Man by Tupac.
It's just crazy, man. Like,
yes, what he really needed was a counseling session with Sam.
that's what he really needed. Just sit down with Sam, man, and we could have explained all of this. We could have got through all of this, man. It's just his motivations was bad. Like the whole thing, the stealing of the adamantium, Sidewinder coming in, he want to kill people. Who got the adamantium? Did the Americans get it back? I think the Americans did get it back because I seen a little screen.
I was about to say, I don't know, because you kind of start looking at it like this is starting to get on the realm of ridiculousness. And I'm paying attention, but I'm like, I'm starting to critique it too much. So I had to turn my brain off.
But that's what I mean. Marvel kind of set this up for failure because you're not going to come into this movie without pen and pad in hand, ready to critique and
if you're an MCU fan, I'll put it like that.
If you're an MCU fan, as an MCU fan, I think we're coming in to critique it. Yeah. A casual moviegoer, but it also works against them too, because as a casual moviegoer, your Captain America is white. So now you're like, well, what the fuck? What happened? And now you got to go back to Endgame and watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier and all this other stuff.
There's a lot of stuff you got to go watch, big dog.
Money. What's your prediction on the money that it makes?
I hate to say this, but it already hit 190 this weekend. I think overall total it might hit 450 million. Okay. Not great. It's Ant-Man. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp numbers to me.
I don't think it has the legs that every, because some people are like, oh, you see, I told y'all some haters, and it's like I didn't want to hate this movie or not for this movie to succeed, but
I think there is okay for the casual moviegoer. It's probably gonna be good. It's gonna be good to them. For the casual moviegoer, I say this is literally, and this is the problem that I have with Namor. This is for the casual moviegoer.
It is for the casual moviegoer, but is the casual moviegoer going to see this twice, 3 times? That's the issue. Yeah, because you want to start making profits sooner or later. Yeah, matter of fact, you want to make profits sooner than later.
I do. It's watchable. It's watchable. I watched it again. It's watchable. It ain't Craven. Craven's unwatchable. Right. You know what I mean? Morbius is unwatchable. The what the hell? The Spider-Man, the Madam Web is completely unwatchable.
Morbin time. Oh yeah, Madam Web was trash.
Yeah, it's completely unwatchable. So it's watchable. And I did see a lot of black people defending this movie because of Anthony Mackie. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? For me being a MCU person who watches the movie, who watch damn near everything that comes out for the MCU, so I could be able to see how this is connected to this universe, what they're doing, this and the other. I'm gonna be more critical. I'm gonna be more critical to this movie than the casual person who's walking in, who's not watching all of the stuff that the company is coming out with.
They threw a lot of things at the wall to see what was going to stick. Some things stuck, and here we are not giving a fuck. My bad, Roberta. A rhyme was in my head, you know.
Wakanda Forever is unwatchable to me for a whole other can of worms. You know what I mean? And it has to do with what, you know, how they marketed that movie. I'm not participating in that. So honestly, you know what? It's Venom 3. Like, it's not bad, but it's not good.
My thing is, my thing is Venom had time to get better.
Get better, yeah.
That's the bad thing.
It did get better on 3.
No,
it did get better on 3.
Black. I don't want to see this next movie. What he said? Folks like Nate Moore projecting their insecurities on Sam Wilson.
Only thing I didn't like about Sam Wilson, he was too much of a yes man to certain parts where he should have had a, like I'm playing along, but I'm just trying to see what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just, well, you're the president, I'm just going to believe everything you tell me. No. You know what I mean? No.
You're no Steve Rogers.
No. So.
Yeah. And why is he from Louisiana?
Advanced Idea Mechanics. That is.
That's it. Why is he from Louisiana?
He doesn't have a Louisiana accent.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't do the accent, so they just said, "Be from Louisiana, boy."
He called him son, and that's where you got mad,
right?
Okay, Sam, I got you, big dog. I'm with him though. I'm with him.
I'm with him though.
I'm with him though. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. Again, like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's good for the casual moviegoer. I believe it's made for the casual moviegoer and not made for the MCU fan.
Yeah, because it didn't connect nothing, because the only Easter egg we got was at the end. Well, that's not even an Easter egg, but acknowledgement.
Oh, before we go, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
somebody said in the comments a long time ago, do you think that this connects to the Council of Kings? When he said that line, that's where I thought of. It was like, they're coming. They who? Only I'm thinking about the Universal War. So I thought about the Council of Kings, not necessarily the incursions. So that's what I thought about. It would make sense for him to see a vision of the Council of Kings coming, because the Universal War that happens, that He Who Remains talked about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That they were fighting. That's what I thought. Now, I could be dead wrong, but when I listened to it, I was like, wait, I perked up. I'm like, wait a minute, is that Kang? Because it sounds more like a Kang thing where he said, they are coming. Not there is a situation coming that could doom us all. That would give me incursions, the colliding of two planets, the two worlds. When he said they, I thought about the Council of Kings, y'all. So it might be some legs to that. I'm just saying, it might be some legs to that. That ain't Kevin. That's Nate Moore.
Maybe Kevin
He think all black people come from the South.
But one state only, the only Louisiana.
The only state that you could get it from.
Yeah,
and not have those accents either.
Nope. If I get allowed, the directors, writers, and actors research it, no,
make them do their own thing. They're just there in name alone. This is their since they're, and this is the mindset we need to go going forward. And I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna give you your ending. If we're gonna stop critiquing these as movies as adaptation of the comics, this is movies that's trying to be like comic books. So I'm going to critique them like I critique my comic books from now on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Period. Because there's just like how we did with Black Panther, when He Who Shall Not Be Named wrote it and we critiqued it. I'm going to critique these MCU movies in the same fashion.
Yep. Yeah. No.
All right.
I agree. Can't read the comics, you're gonna get these critiques. The same criticism that I would give comics. Like, you gotta stay consistent narratively in the storytelling. I think that's the most appalling and egregious thing, is you're not being consistent with your storytelling. You're not making the things add up the way they should be and it's simple. If me and you, and they got more knowledge than we do. Going off the movies, we see what came first, what didn't come first, what should be here, what shouldn't be there. They make a list every year. If you want to watch the MCU, watch these films in order, right? That's where you get the cohesiveness from. The people, doing the research, actually seeing, because they hire Dre to do a movie, they hire me to do a movie. Dre shoots it his way with the storytelling that he wants to tell. I shoot it my way with you know what I'm saying? Now you're just confused. So
Yep.
But let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up.
All right. You got anything for the people? What you got coming up?
Now I just did episode 8 of Blues News. Talked about what I talked about. Jay-Z case being dismissed. Talked some Captain America, and I also talked about what's my third one I talked about? Captain America. No, Kendrick. I'm sorry, Kendrick. I already said Captain America. Then Kendrick and Drake. Kind of an analysis overall from when it started to now, man. Just talking about that whole beef, but yeah.
And y'all didn't watch my my late, because I think I threw it on Sunday. My Death Battle Friday, the Macho Man versus the Kool-Aid Man. Man, I got 34 views. What the hell? It is under escrow though, because Rooster they hit me with a copyright claim. And I was like, what? So I'm still fighting that. But yeah, man, y'all go watch my Death Battle.
Go watch the Death Battle stuff, man.
Yeah, the Macho Man versus the Kool-Aid Man. go watch that.
I meant to send you one earlier. It wasn't from Death Battle. It was the other company that does those things.
Bat in the Sun?
No, it wasn't Bat in the Sun.
I miss Bat in the Sun doing their thing. Boy.
Bat in the Sun is
was
now.
dope.
I think they don't do nothing now because they're major. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would like for them to come out with that White Ranger movie though.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
They need to hurry up. Well, they got it. They just, they finished. From my understanding, they finished filming after Tommy died. So,
well, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching it. You're one of 34. I appreciate it. But I appreciate your watch anyway.
Right.
Appreciate you, girl. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing in the morning. Honestly, the reason why I didn't do a show today is because I work 6 days. I work Monday through Sunday. I just didn't work Saturday, but I had to work Sunday morning, and I literally rested my body. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't do nothing today. I knew I was doing Blurred AF, and this is what I was going to do this morning anyway, was a spoiler review. So this worked out perfectly. You know what I mean? Right. So, but tomorrow I might, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. We'll find out. You'll find out tomorrow on the next episode of the Dre Mac Show. All right, let's get up out of here, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Blur AF. Make sure you checking out all the other guys. I got to start making a list. I got to do that. Make the list of everybody you need to to watch or whatever. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching us and participating in the chat. We really appreciate it. Of course, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to Bluminati. The guy that's sitting right over here. Don't forget to acknowledge my man Blue over here and go ahead and subscribe to his channel if you're not. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of our videos again. Until next time, we're going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe hard, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night. Where's my outro at? Where's the outro at? And put Malik, we ain't thinking about you. Well, we over it now. We out. We over it. Let's go. Lick ass.